overdub today. Would you like to join me? Hey y'all, I got a last minute call to do some overdub work on an album and we gotta get it done tonight. So you're in luck, I'm gonna take you with me. So video call, you might not be great. We're gonna rush through this as quick as we can, but we're gonna learn a couple things. We're gonna learn how to do it quick and how to do it cheap. Okay, now this is what I believe to be the most effective studio equipment if you're on a budget. Of course, I'm assuming you already have the pedal steel and you have the amp and you have a computer. Aside from that, we're looking at just over 600 bucks on all this stuff new. So let's go through just what we'll need. First thing we're going to need is the interface. This is the Scarlett 2i2, and we need one with 2 ports because we need one for the direct in and we need one for the microphone. All right, and that clocks in just at about 170 bucks new. Next thing we'll need is studio headphones. These are the Sony MDR 7506. Those are about 70 bucks new. Probably I think this is the most expensive piece. If we're gonna shell out money, we want it to be on the microphone first. And I have the Rode NT1. It came with the mounting and screen, so that's a good deal there. Next we have the direct box, DI box. You can get those about 20 bucks used, and that's what I did. Next we're going to need 2 studio cables, both about 20 feet, and we want these to be as nice as you can afford. This is the Mogami Gold 20-foot 1/4-inch cable. It's about 45 bucks. And then I have a 20-foot Jumpers XLR cable that's going to be for the microphone. All right, the 2 last things we're going to need. We're going to need some kind of soundproofing. I got this from one of my engineer buddies at Sonic Ranch. He had some extra lying around and he let me have that for free. And then the very last thing, we're going to need a microphone stand for mounting the microphone on. All right, now let me get everything set up and then I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I hope this doesn't make you all seasick, but we're going to follow the wires to where they all go. Alright, so as you can see, got the amp set up. We got the soundproofing wrapped around the mic's on the stand and its housing. So we've got the long XLR coming out of the microphone, and it's going to go straight in to the first port of the interface. Okay, so then we've got the guitar set up normal. We've got a cord going from the guitar into the volume pedal, and then we've got the long guitar cord going all the way back to the DI box. Now, I didn't mention this, but we need a short cord to go from the through of the DI box into the amp. Okay, and it doesn't have to be a long one. And then we have, and I forgot to mention this too, we've got a second XLR cable and the output, and it's going to go into the second port of the interface. Then we've got our headphones plugged in. We've got the interface plugged in. It's a USB-C cord going into the computer. We've got our Garageband pulled up. And I think that is everything. Let's check it out. Alright y'all, the door's shut, the amp is soundproof, it should be good to go over there. Now when you plug in the interface, it's going to light up. So I've got both channels selected to air. This is the input control for the mic, input control for the DI. Got it set to 48 volts, direct monitor, set to the 2 rings. There's the monitor control, and there's your earphone control. Okay, next thing, let's see. So we got GarageBand pulled up. We're going to do a new empty project. Click on that, choose. We're going to record using a microphone or line input. We definitely want to hear the instrument as we play and record. And there's the Scarlett 2i2 saying I hear sound from. So when you plug that in, it should automatically switch your computer over to that as the input. We're going to click create. Okay, now we got to drag the song we're going to overdub over. So there's my email. Clicked open, popped up in another window. Click download. All right, and then I'm going to go to downloads. Where the heck did it go? Let's see. Downloads. There it is right there. Holler Blues. We're going to drag it over all the way to 0. Boom, there it is. All right. Next thing, we're going to add the first input. So that's input 1. All right, and I'm going to label that as, let's see, Steel Mic 1. Okay, and then we're going to add another track for the DI. Create Steel DI. Yeah. Steel DI 1. Okay, and you saw that we clicked input 2 for that, right? So that's the DI line. Okay, so now let's strum the guitar. So we're getting some volume from there. Oh, then we also need to, we're going to control and click, configure track header, record enable. Alright, control click, configure track header, record enable. Okay, and then to record, we want to record both at the same time, right? Because we want to get both tracks. We're going to click both of those and they'll be flashing. See, now when we strum the guitar, you can see the input on both. Now we're going to want to go to the interface and control the input there to kind of match them up. Pretty close together. That's my volume pedal, full open. All right, and then last thing, we want to turn off the metronome because that's going to be annoying. And we do want the count in because that's nice to have a little time to prepare before we start playing. Okay, let's click record and see what happens. There's the count in. Okay, then song starts. Now I'm going to strum my guitar. Alright, that's all there is to it, guys. And click stop. And we want to make sure we always record from 0, and by that from the first measure. Even if we don't play till way over here, we'll just leave empty space all the way recording. Because that's nice for the engineers. They don't have to worry about trying to match it up just right. They know exactly where to start it. And so we can double check down here. See Steel Mic 1, Input 1, Scarlett. If I click on this, Steel DI 1, that's Input 2 on the Scarlett. Okay, y'all, I'm going to overdub this and then we will reconnoiter. Okay, whoops, one last thing, y'all. I forgot to mention, I hate hearing the DI track when I'm recording just because the tone is terrible. I like just hearing what's coming out of the microphone. So I'm just going to go over here, click mute on the DI, and then it's still going to record both tracks, but I'm only going to hear the mic, which sounds way better. And as you can see, click record, there's the count in. Still recording both, but I'm just going to hear the mic input through my headphones. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, y'all, we got the first take done. Man, lots of different chord progressions in that song, so it took a lot of takes. So we're gonna, now we have to join the tracks together, so we're gonna select the track, click on it, hit Command J. It says non-contiguous audio regions require the creation of a new file. Yeah, that's the point. Create. And then, boom, makes one single track out of all the takes. And we'll do it to the second one. Click there, Control J, whoops, Control J, create. Boom, all right, so now I'm going to turn off the recording on these. What? No, I don't want those recording anymore. We're gonna do a second take. So I'll do the same thing I did creating these two files. Right, file, oops, track, new track, blah, blah, blah. Song, take a little break, get another take on there, and then I'll meet you back here in just a sec. Okay, so now I got the first two tracks muted, then the the DI track on the one I'm going to record muted, and these two are flashing to record. So the first take, I'll nitpick it. I'll make sure everything's freaking perfect. And then on the second take, I'm just going to play some stuff that, just in case they don't like a certain note, or you know, something just doesn't sound right, they've got a little backup. And then like for the solo, I'll just do a little variation on the one I already did, just to give them an option for fun. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, we're all done. Now we got to turn them into WAV files to send back to the studio. So we're going to mute everything but Steel Mic 1. Go to Share, export to disk. We want it as a WAV file. Change it, Steel Mic 1. What is the song called? Song called Holler Blues. There we go. Copy that. We're going to save it to Dropbox. Where's that? I'm blanking. There we go. Dropbox. Oops. Okay, Holler Blues. Let's see. Let's new folder. Holler Blues. Sorry, it's taking a while. Whoops. Okay, we're gonna save it there. Export. And see how it's just exporting that single track. So then we'll mute that one, unmute the next one, share, same thing, Dropbox, Holler Blues. Then we're going to do DI one, and yada yada yada. Okay, I'll be right back with a little wrap up. Okay, everything's done, guys. Let's take a little listen, see how it went. Alright, sounds pretty good to me. Hope you all enjoyed this. If you have any questions about any of the equipment or setting things up, drop it in the comments, and I'll see y'all with the lesson in a couple days. Bye.